Hi, this is Brad, and we're going to do a little bit of a taste test and review on a new product that just came out very recently. And this is, as you can see, Dennis Rodman's Original Badass Vodka. And I'm guessing that most of you have heard of Dennis, who not only is a bit of a flamboyant character, I guess you might say, and an interesting fella, but a really fantastic basketball player when you get right down to it, no question. And Mr. Rodman was at the San Diego Spirits Festival this weekend. It was a pleasure to be able to meet him. He didn't have a lot to say, but he was awfully busy. So I understand that, doing promotions for the product and that sort of thing. But what Mr. Rodman did do is offer some autographed bottles, which is certainly very nice of him, as you can see. And you can see also the bottles are very nice. I've opened this one. I haven't tasted it yet. I just wanted to make it easy to get at because I'm kind of doing a one-handed operation here during this video taping. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little about the vodka. We're going to try it, and we're going to talk about who makes it. Now, all information presented is not guaranteed to be accurate. I'm just doing the best I can with Google and a little internet search. So before we try this vodka, let's kind of look at it, and then let's talk about who makes this stuff, apparently. Now, as you can see, the vodka is 40% alcohol, 80 proof. And it is 6 times distilled from grain, product of the USA. So it is a domestic product, so we can certainly appreciate that. We're going to go over to the side here. I'm sorry if the camera's a little bit jerky, but I'm doing one-handed operation. You know how that goes. In fact, we'll move this bottle out of the way. And you can see here that it is produced and manufactured by, it's a little crooked, United Spirits of Auburndale, Florida. So who the heck are they, and what do they make? And is this stuff any good, most importantly? So we're going to go over to my trusty computer here. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's United Spirits on Wrecker Highway, Auburndale, Florida. I assume that's the right company. And then if we go forward here, you can see that United Spirits is owned by, and you can see the same address there on Wrecker Highway, I believe, Florida Distillers. Okay, so who are Florida Distillers? Well, they are the makers of things like Son of a Bitch vodka, which is also 6 times distilled, premium vodka infused with an attitude. I think I can scroll down here. I'm not really sure. But it says there's somewhere, yeah, 6 times distilled. I don't know if you can see that or not. So I don't know if this is the same vodka or not. It's the same manufacturer, the same 6 times distilled. A little bit cheaper vodka. It's about $10 a bottle. Is it the same as the Rodman vodka? I have no idea, to be honest with you. But it could be. I don't know. And when you go to Dennis's site, which, by the way, is I don't know if you see that or not. Sorry about the flash there, the bright light, I should say, rodmanvodka.com. And he actually has, it's a pretty nice site. It's professional looking. I'm not going to go through the whole site. You can go there yourself. They talk a little about it. So we know this stuff is apparently made by United Distillers, and they are, again, Auburndale, Florida based. And then subsequently it's made by this other brand, and I'm kind of looking at my computer while I'm talking. Florida Distillers, or I think more specifically Florida Caribbean Distillers. Apparently they make a lot of rums and things too. You could look at their website if you're interested in it. But let's stop talking about that and let's taste this vodka. I'm also going to compare it to another vodka. So just to make it easier for one-handed operation, I've got the lid off and we're going to pour a little bit. And again, this will be my first sip. So I'll start on the left and we'll check it out. Looks about like a vodka should, but that's not really saying much. We'll set it down, and I'll give you my impressions, and then I'm going to compare it to another kind of value-priced vodka that I think is pretty solid. So I'm just going to use this little, this is a port glass, actually, to give you some impressions. So, I mean, the scent, you know, vodka has a fairly neutral scent, as I'm sure you know. It doesn't smell overpoweringly alcoholic. So it doesn't, you know, it doesn't really burn the innards of my nose, which is probably a good sign. Let's have a little sip though. I'll tell you what I think. So I'm going to just kind of zero in on Dennis's logo while I sample this stuff. Stand by 1 sec. I think it's very respectable. It's very smooth. It does not have a heavy burn to it. Give me just a moment. I'm going to try another sip. It's a nice vodka. It is. It's a nice vodka. It is very smooth. It'd go with just about anything. You could serve it on the rocks. You know, it's made by a company that seems to make some cheaper drinks, but it doesn't have that, you know, that cheap, low quality taste to it. So I would say it's quite solid. I'm going to try one more sip. And the fact that I'm having 3 sips so far tells you that it's probably pretty decent, or I wouldn't be having 3 sips. One more time. Very neutral. It's very smooth. Is it the best vodka I've tried? It's not, candidly, but it's very good. And I think at the price that, like I paid, I've seen them for more and less. The price they have this for, autograph, which is actually very good. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm gonna tap on this thing. $16.99, but I've seen it for like 26 bucks. I've seen it around that price. It might be I just got a little bit lower price. I'm not really sure. Is it the same vodka as Son of a Bitch? Son of a Bitch, it makes me laugh just saying that. I don't know, but I can tell you that it is respectable. Now, I'm going to compare this to a vodka that I actually really recommend. And this is, I don't even know how to pronounce it, G-V-O-R-I, Gavory or something. I believe it's Polish. But this is one that a lot of people haven't heard about. But you can see here, I think you can see, that this particular vodka has beat it has beat Belvedere, it's beat Finlandia, it's beat Kettle One, it's beat Stoli at some of the prestigious wine, vodka, I should say, tasting and spirits tasting competitions. It's really very nice, and it's not a lot north of 10 bucks. So sometimes people think you have to spend a lot of money to get a really good vodka or a really good booze. That's not true. There's great bourbons that you can get for not a lot of money. Vodkas like this, even vodkas like the Rodman vodka here seems very solid. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the two. So I'm going to pour a little of this. This is a brand new bottle as well, and let's compare it. Now it looks about the same, as they're both clear, as the Dennis Rodman Badass Premium Vodka. I'm going to have a sip while I focus in again on Dennis's logo. Very nice. This is very nice. This is very smooth. Let me take one more sip of this. I'm going to grab Dennis's vodka again, compare the two. And keep in mind, as I said, pardon me, even though this is a inexpensive vodka as well, it's a really good vodka. It's a really good vodka. So I'm comparing Dennis's vodka to a vodka that, though lower in price, I know is outstanding. One more sip of this Gavory, I guess it's pronounced G-V-O-R-I. And now I'm going to go back to Dennis's. They're both real good. They're both real smooth. Boy, I don't know. Let me try it one more time. Hard to decipher. Both very high quality vodkas. I think the Badass might be a touch more harsh, just a touch. But I will say that the Rodman vodka is very solid. It's a very solid vodka. It's not a crummy drink. I imagine he wouldn't put his name on it if it was a lousy vodka. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a solid 8, 8.5. I would say, 9 maybe. I don't know, 8.5. Let's call it an 8.5. I think that's fair. So we'll call that our review of the Dennis Rodman Original Badass Premium Vodka. It's good. It's a good product. It's solid, and it's fairly reasonably priced, and it's got a little novelty to it in that, of course, it is endorsed by Dennis, and certainly the bottles are attractive. I think the color scheme and the designs and the features are good looking, and of course the vodka inside I think is quite solid. So I didn't think there would be a review on this. This product just very recently came out. Thought I'd go ahead and do one. That is our review on the Dennis Rodman vodka. Fortunately, it does not suck. It is very respectable in my opinion. And again, certainly we wish the best to the folks that produce this product, as well as Dennis. That's the review. I hope you found it useful. Hope you enjoy Dennis's vodka, if in fact you buy it. And by the way, if you are interested in obtaining it, either regular bottles or otherwise, I was looking over his site, and I have nothing to do with this product or Dennis, but it looks like there are locations where it's available for sale, domestically and internationally. So you can just go to rodmanvodka.com if you're interested in that. But other than that, we're going to wrap this video up. I hope you found it useful. Taste test for the Rodman vodka. It passes. It is a solid vodka. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them on this YouTube video. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I'm going to get off the air here and finish my Rodman vodka.